What is up, people? Jean Carlos here with the Total Body Training Podcast, where I help people get lean, gain muscle, and build some damn confidence. And today I have a really special guest. This is Rosie. Say hey, Rosie.
Hey guys, how's it going?
So, Rosie is one of my master's level athletes here at Total Body Training, and she's really incredible. She's been kicking butt ever since she came here. She loves to deadlift and just lift weights in general.
It makes you feel good, man.
Yeah.
Makes you feel good. Gives you some confidence.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Makes you feel great, actually, physically and mentally.
Perfect. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about lifting at the age of 50 plus,
right,
and her sharing her experience from not being necessarily the fitness type of person to becoming that kind of person.
Correct.
And, you know, that's what I'm kind of trying to tell here is that you don't have to be a fitness person to do workout stuff. You don't have to have played sports in high school or college. I certainly didn't do any of that shit to get into it.
Yeah, I grew up in the country.
Yeah.
Hauling hay, driving a tractor.
Okay, so
cattle.
let's talk about that. But before we get started on that, I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so today's episode is brought to you by carbs. Rosie, what's your favorite carb?
That would be bread.
Okay, what kind of bread
All
do you
kinds of bread. My favorite right now is Dave's Killer Bread.
Okay, all right.
Thin sliced.
Tell us a little bit about, because you were telling me this interesting story about Dave's that I didn't know.
He went to prison for some sort. I'm not sure what the crime was. Yeah. But in prison, I guess he had a sign, and he started making his own bread. Once he got out of prison, he started making Dave's Killer Bread. And I think he employs all convicts, I think, for something like that. Raises money for that education and programming. So it's a pretty cool thing. And the bread is awesome.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah,
have you had the bagels?
No,
okay,
bagels.
Yeah. I need to have them. Dave, if you're watching this show, you need to sponsor us. Yeah, send us some bread. This is the third time your bread has came up on the show.
Send us a lot of bread.
Yeah, send us a lot. And some bagels. We haven't had them yet. All right, so thank you. All right, so Rosie, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about you. So tell us a little bit about growing up and your life.
Grew up in the country on about 600 plus acres.
Yep.
No brothers. Grew up learning how to work cattle, drive tractor, bale hay, fix fences. Nothing in school related to physical sports. We did sports in the country. Did it till I was 18. Hard work. Didn't marry a farmer.
You did?
Didn't. Hard work. I mean, it made me, I guess, get ready for what I do now. Yeah. Work hard as an adult. Taking pride in your job. And I think it's coming here since I had all that as growing up, I was able to come here and catch on quickly, I think, on how to lift and do the lifting that we do here. So it's worked out, I think.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
And so what you had probably growing up was something we call functional strength. And that's something that a lot of people don't have nowadays because a lot of us don't work out in farms or don't, work in doing anything physical.
A lot of them do, yes.
Yeah. Now,
sure.
Can I ask you a question about growing up? When you were growing up, did they have female sports in your school?
Maybe volleyball. I think that's about maybe softball and volleyball, and maybe golf, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any basketball. There might have been, but I don't recall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wondering, but it never caught your attention.
And I couldn't do it because I had to go home. I had to go home and work.
Oh shit! Yeah.
We couldn't do that shit. Okay.
Yeah. I understand.
I was an FFA. I showed cattle, and pigs.
FFA.
Future Farmers of America. I showed it at the rodeos in the animal park. Where you show. I did that. As instead of doing sports.
That's pretty cool.
That's what we did, man.
So you know a lot about animals still?
Somewhat. I mean, not like I used to, but somewhat, yeah. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I bet.
But it was rewarding as well.
What do you think is the hardest, physically most demanding thing you did?
Hauling hay.
Hauling hay?
Bales of hay, which I guess they were probably about 80 to 100 pounds, I would think.
Oh, Jesus.
And the bales, the wire that you tied the bales with was 100 pounds as well, the boxes that you filled them with. Yeah, I did it all.
And so who did you work with when you were doing all that?
My dad and my sisters.
Yeah.
No brothers, and we didn't need any. We did just fine without them.
Yeah, so your dad kind of raised you doing that stuff.
Yeah.
He didn't
that's what we did. We were a farmer and rancher. We did farming all over the community for other people. So we had a business, a hay baling business. So we built hay all over the community, thousands and thousands of hay bales.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome. Do you come from a long line of people who farm?
No, he was the first. My dad was the first.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he was a hard worker up until he died, basically.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Is that company still around?
No. He sold it before he passed away, and it kind of dissolved.
Yeah, I see.
As we grew up.
So, when you got done, what age did you stop being involved in like farming and things?
18, 19, I think.
18, 19.
Right out of high school.
Okay, and so you stopped doing physical activity.
Got a job in town, moved to town.
Yeah, I understand.
And it was the 80s, partied hardy.
Yeah. Do you mind talking about that a little bit? Or is
Well,
that
in the early 80s, that's what people did. I mean, you were young and having fun and drinking, and luckily none of us got hurt or arrested. We could have. Been a lot of time in bars.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
good times. But sometimes I probably should have went to college and got a degree, but I didn't. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. And so where was fitness in your life during that time?
Well, I was overweight in high school. So when I got out of high school, I did join the gym right out of high school. I worked at the hospital in Seguin. Went to it was just like a little small gym, actually next to a bar. It was combined with a bar. Go figure.
That is.
We would
funny.
drink in the gym. 80s.
Yeah.
So I lost like 100 pounds right out of high school. And then, of course, I had a good time. I started having fun. It was the early 80s, and I was single, so, had fun. And then I got married and had kids.
Yeah.
And I kind of put myself aside.
I got you.
As you do.
I got you. And so, may I ask what happened at that point? Like with you physically? Did you gain weight back at that
I gained
point?
a lot of weight with my pregnancies. With my son, I lost it all about 5 years. And then I got pregnant again. And then I never really lost it after that. And then I worked and I had 2 kids, and you just don't have time for yourself. You're a mom, and the weight just kept coming on, and you get lethargic and you get used to it. You get sedentary and you do what you got to do to get through the day. Yeah, and your kids come first.
Yeah, I understand.
So,
I understand. It sounds. I think
that's like most Americans. About moms that just you work, you have kids, and that's what you do.
Yeah.
But now I don't have to do that anymore. My kids are grown. Hallelujah.
So you have a little bit more time. We're looking over here
because
her daughter's off camera over here, so we're looking.
I have a lot more time. It's great.
Yeah.
No grandkids, don't want any. Yeah.
So it's just like one of those things where you kind of put yourself to the wayside because you started focusing on maybe like your career and on other things.
Went to school, got coding certificate.
So you did go to school?
Okay. Yeah, technical school type deal. I did get some college and went to work. I've been with the same job for almost 19 years.
Jeez, yeah.
And that's a lot. I work 8 to 10 hour days.
Yes, I know.
So yeah, that consumes you.
So what then brought you to Total Body Training?
My mom passing away.
Okay.
She got sick with dementia. My sister passed away a year before that from uncontrolled diabetes, hypothyroidism, hypertension, morbid obesity, and depression, basically. She died at 56, and that's what I'll be this year, 56.
It's young.
Yeah. So my mom got sick right after that, and she just never got any better. And she passed away a year ago, March. And I started here, I think it's end of May.
Yes, I remember.
figured I needed a change. And it worked. Came here, started working out. The first week was, I don't know if I can do this. I'd leave and I'd be almost, fatigued as ever. But as you get back and keep coming, it gets better.
Was it emotionally challenging for you at first?
Yeah, well, not emotionally. It was just physically. I was just intimidated, I was intimidated as to what everybody's doing and how well they do it here. But, you got to start somewhere. So, and you do a good job of showing us how to do that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely try to accommodate when someone first, starts off, because it can feel really intimidating being in an environment where people are jumping on boxes or
a lot younger. I mean, I'm one of the older people here.
Yeah,
one of the few that are left. I think that are in the 50s. So. Yeah, that was also a factor. But, as you come here, you get used to the people, you make friends. That doesn't really bother you. It's what you do when you get here and how much fun you have with your friends here.
Yeah, that's really it.
You have a good time and joke up.
Yeah. And I think that's all like to say that the environment here is really good, and so it leads to people feeling comfortable, even if they can't necessarily do the exact same thing as their neighbor, because we customize so much. It seems like it's easier for people to follow along.
Right.
And I'll say something about the age thing. Something that's interesting is that, when I get somebody who's older, they usually tell me, oh, I'm older, I can't do this. And then I get somebody who's younger and they can't do it because maybe they're not, this isn't to stereotype younger people, but maybe they're just not as mentally ready to to push themselves.
Yeah.
So like when I was like 20 or 21, you know, I'm 31 right now, but when I was like 20 or 21, I was not an athlete. So like working out and stuff like that, I just wasn't. If you made me run or something like that, I'd be like, fuck this, I don't have to do it.
I ain't doing that.
You know, and so well, yeah, and that's my point is like, you know, like while having youth can sometimes be a benefit to you, it can also be a detriment because you're just like, I'm gonna be young forever.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not do that.
I'm fine.
Maybe later.
Yeah, exactly. You end up putting it off. So it's kind of like, you know, I mean, it's got its pros and its cons either way you look at it.
A lot of people feel that way, I think.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. So what exactly... Had you gone other places before you came here?
I was telling my daughter, I don't know why I chose your place. I got on Groupon, and I'm like, I'm going to do something. I already started a weight program and, you know, lost like 20 pounds, watching what I ate and so forth. I knew I needed to exercise. So I figured I'll get a trainer. I'll see what that's about. So I chose your gym. Like I said, I don't know why. There's so many on there. Maybe because it was in the proximity of how I go home. And here we are.
Yeah, and so let me back up a little bit. So you say that, like, was it watching like your mom and your sister's health kind of decline?
I didn't want to be
unhealthy.
I didn't want to be unhealthy as I got older. I don't have time to be sick. I want to have some fun finally. I've raised my kids. It's my turn, bitch. It's my turn. We all can relate, okay? We can. It's hard being a mom.
Yeah. I mean,
and working full time and being a wife.
I understand.
It's a lot of fucking work.
I don't understand on a personal level, but I understand because I train like 98% women.
Yeah, you
I
sure
think there's
do.
like 2 dudes.
There is
here besides me. Yeah, and we're not a women's training facility either. Where everybody can come here, but it is hard. You know, that's definitely been the theme that I've heard from people.
And there's a lot of women that have a lot more kids than I do here that come faithfully, and I have to say that's inspiring. You know, it's hard to shuffle your kids around or bring them with you and put them in the back like some used to and do all that and still, you know, get their homework done and all that and still make that hour time to come here. That's pretty inspiring. It really is.
Yeah, it really is. Vanessa has 6 kids.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of twins, right?
Yes. She has multiple twins. In her family. She has like, I think it's like 2 or 3 sets. I don't know what
I know. I think 2 sets for sure.
Sets, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She's a badass.
Yeah, she's strong.
She really is.
She'll be hopefully competing soon. And
that's cool.
Yeah. And so, okay. So what is your favorite movement that we do? What do you like the most?
I like to deadlift, sumo deadlift. That's my thing. I seem to do it well. I had a little while where I kind of lost my way of how to do it, but I've found it and I do it quite well, I think. Makes me feel good.
You do?
Yeah.
Because like for a while there, what was happening was that you were bending your back and then you were jerking the weight off the floor.
I don't know why I did that or what happened, but I found my way back and definitely makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Definitely changed the way my legs feel.
Does it? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a lot of leg movement. So, yeah, pretty proud of that.
Yeah. What would you say? What else do you like? What other movement?
Well, I like the squats as well. I'm not that good at it. I mean, I've gotten better. I'm up to about it's 100, I think, pounds. I do like the squats. It makes me feel pretty powerful.
Yeah, I think you're like what's going on right now is that Rosie was she didn't have all the mobility there from like just years of sitting. So sitting and being sedentary. Yeah. So Rosie, we weren't able to get Rosie to completely squat to like parallel or below parallel, which is what we want. And right now she's just now breaking.
I'm almost there.
Yeah, no, you are. So like it's not perfect, but it never is.
Depends on how long I've sat at work. I really do think it is.
Yeah.
How my day went is how I squat here.
Yeah.
Because you sit that desk all day, it takes a toll on your legs and your hip.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you feel like your health declined with you sitting so much? Do you think that's part of what led to it?
Yeah. And my arm, you know, with the mouse sitting at a computer all day, it takes a toll on everybody's body, I think. And your neck and your shoulders and all the above.
So, like, I guess that, like, probably because of what you work in, you're also reminded of people's health, right? Can you tell people
I work in healthcare, yes. I work in healthcare.
So what are some things that you see there that are
I work in high-risk OB, maternal fetal medicine, so I see all-day uncontrolled diabetics, uncontrolled hypertensives, morbidly obese women, and then just really, really sick women that are pregnant and having kids. And so a lot of them, you know, take their health seriously. A lot of them don't. And unfortunately, some of the babies suffer from that. So that's another factor that makes me want to get in here and, you know, take care of my own self so I can hang out a little bit longer. I mean, you get sick, it's a bitch coming back from that.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah.
And then it's like what?
Costly as well.
Yeah, and what's your quality of life if you're...
Yeah, you don't really have one.
Yeah, if you don't have one. I mean, you
Yeah.
can have all the money in the world, and
For
if your
sure.
health is bad...
Yeah, what fun is that?
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, it's
That's right.
tough. So, with like people who are morbidly obese, do you have any recommendations for people like that? Because we had had people on here who kind of talked about
the weight loss surgery,
right. And stuff like that, and so what do you have for somebody?
We just put them on. They just go to. We have dietitians. We have education classes for health, diabetic education, which is mainly the diabetics that need to lose weight. But while they're pregnant, they can't lose weight, so we don't really follow them. After they're delivered, so they need to find some kind of person or company that can help them. I mean, it's basically anybody else knows what you got to do. You have to take care of yourself. You have to limit your food and exercise a little bit. A little a day is all you need.
Yeah, it's
and
really,
increase it.
Yeah.
I mean, it isn't hard and it's free. You can get out there and walk for free.
Yes,
but you have to do it. And that's my sister. She did not take care of herself. She just sat in the bed and did nothing for years, and ultimately it took her life. And it is what it is. You have to do it yourself. Nobody can do it for you.
Well, what's the success rate that you see with people?
I don't see a lot of success in my clinic, but there are successes with weight loss surgeries, but there's also a lot of failures. I mean, I personally would not have it. That's my opinion. Mm-hmm. Because you have to have the mindset that's you have to change your whole life. You can't just have a surgery and continue to do what you're doing and expect it to work. Because you have to change your whole life, and that's a forever change because you've already altered your body to make that work.
Yeah, it's really hard.
I mean, it's complicated. It can be
because there's so many emotions that are tied into how people eat,
and you have to take vitamins, and you have to pay attention to what you're eating, and you have to have the warning signs of obstruction, and so forth. So it's I wouldn't do it personally, but that's just me.
Yeah, what we're really talking about is like an addiction, for a lot of people,
sure. Yes,
or like a form of addiction.
And if that's your last resort, but if you take it seriously, I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
A lot of them still don't, though. A lot of them have 2 surgeries, and they still don't lose weight. Sad. But
it is.
Food is good. I get it. Food is good. We all know. So, but you have to say, am I going to be healthy and have a life, or I'm going to sit here and eat myself to death?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is.
Yeah.
So, now that we're like here, what would you say is your goal? What do you want? And be as honest as you
I never really started this with weight loss, stepping on the scale and doing all that. I did that many years and didn't work. The scale intimidated me. I don't get on the damn scale very often.
Okay.
Just feeling better, getting healthier, and I've lost a lot of fat since I've been here, and I feel better about myself. So, not to mention that your physical and your mental being is so much happier coming here. And, exercising, not just coming here.
Can you speak to that?
Well, you feel happier. You get up in the morning, you're not fatigued and dragging. You feel happier when you go to work. You feel like things don't make you upset like it used to.
Yes.
And you're more tolerable, I guess is the word for it.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, or you just ignore it. So
yeah, because you're getting all your feel good chemicals.
Yeah.
So serotonin, dopamine, all those chemicals, stuff essentially that a doctor will prescribe you.
For sure.
If you're dealing with anxiety or depression, you get when you're working out.
And you come here. I come here at 5:30 at night. By the time I leave here, I'm ready for bed at 9, and I sleep very well. You work out, you exercise, you've worked all day. You feel good, and you sleep well.
Yeah. Did you struggle sleeping before?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Menopause and all that, that jacks all that stuff up. Makes a big difference in your health and sleeping when it comes to your fitness goals and stuff.
Has that helped you through your menopause process?
Well, I sure sleep better. I feel better, so I'm assuming it has. I would think yes.
Well, I know it helps with hormone regulation and stuff, but I don't know what the role is with menopause. If that
I don't think I'm not as bitchy as I used to be.
Okay.
What my husband says, and my coworkers seem to think I'm nicer.
Okay, all right. So it's like everybody.
I guess I could be a bitch sometimes. I don't know.
I gotcha. All right. Well, I mean, if it's helping you out, no, I get it. it. No. Because look. I'll throw in this. Okay. Before I started working out, I think I was a lot cattier. Before I started working out, I was a lot more upset.
Criticize people.
Yes.
Judge.
Yes, judge a lot more.
Yeah.
I am not a judgmental person now.
For sure.
Yeah, it's you kind of you also learn a lot about yourself. You learn how to push yourself, and you're like, shit, like I didn't know I could pick that weight up.
I know, it's pretty cool.
And I feel, I don't know if you feel this way, but it's like sometimes I think like, you know, if I can run this distance, or if I can pick this shit up, when I'm in a situation where I have to grind and work or something, I'm like, well, I can do it because I've built like discipline. Whereas like before, maybe that discipline wasn't there, or that kind of discipline wasn't there.
And of course, you can do much more better things than you could before, as far as if you need to move something, or you need to do something at the house, or help somebody that needs help. Whereas you'd think you couldn't lift that anymore. You can now, because you know how to lift, for one thing. You have to use your legs. You don't use your back. You know how to do it right, and you can do more, yourself. And have to have a man around.
No, it's true though. You're more physically capable.
I can move all kinds of shit.
Yeah, and you should be able to.
Yeah,
that's the thing
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to call a dude every time to do stuff.
That's right.
Like for you.
And my husband's never home, so
there you go.
I have to do it myself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so useful. It's such a and it's not like, I mean, you grew up on a farm, so you know that like people. That's the way things actually were. Is that people were moving all the time. It's now that we have like computers, and
my dad was a workaholic. I mean, that guy worked all the time, from morning, daylight till dark. It was horrible, but it made me get ready for how to work now. Yeah, as an adult,
like the discipline.
I hated them, but now I know why. It worked out.
Yeah. I would say I have that in common with you, because I didn't grow up on a farm, but I've been working since I was like 12 or 13.
Yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
Your dad. That's my dad. So like I don't mind.
Get your mindset ready to work hard and do it the right the first time, and do it the best of your ability the first time, and so that's just the way you should be.
Yeah, I agree.
Not everybody's that way though. There's a lot of people that don't do it that way.
It's something you have to learn for.
Yeah, for sure.
It's something you have to learn. So, what would you say to somebody who is a beginner and is similar to you? So they're in a similar situation.
Well, take that first step. Find a place that you feel like that's comfortable for you, whether it's on Groupon or on the internet or whatever. And go. Make yourself go. Yeah. The drive is sometimes the hardest for me to get here. It's the drive. I want to go home, but I have to turn. Because once you start, the first week is tough. It's not gonna be easy, but in the long run, it works out. It's worked for me. I've been here a year now.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you've been here for a while. I'd throw into that is to find someone to work with, somebody who doesn't put you down. Yeah. Or someone who is able to work with people who are beginners. So sometimes there are beginner trainers who only know how to work with like athletes, or only know how to push a certain kind of person. Right. And so I think like finding a trainer, or finding an environment where a trainer can help meet your needs and the needs of multiple kinds of people, whether they're beginners or athletes, is really important for people.
I think a lot of trainers just do judge people. I think some of them do. I mean, you obviously never have. And so you go in and you get kind of intimidated, or there's something in that gym that just doesn't work for you. This gym has worked for me. It never has worked before, and all the times I've gone. I've been to Gold's Gym, Planet Fitness. I've done them all.
Yeah,
it just never worked. This has worked. This is the longest I've ever stuck out. I mean, it's the longest I've ever done it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's all I can say about that.
So you'd say it's like your like a hobby for you?
It's a lifestyle. I mean, I feel good. I feel bad when I don't make it, and I feel good when I get here. I
understand.
Yeah.
I
feel like I have to tell you why I didn't come.
You do.
I do. I'm like, I feel bad.
But that's a good thing though. It's like you kind of like checking in with your moral compass.
Yeah, I have to make sure I'm on track. I stay on track.
You should not feel good if you drop your shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you don't take a shower, or if you don't do like basic stuff, you're not gonna feel good. Like you're not gonna be clean, and like that's just working out. Is like people always think it's like this separate thing, right? And it's not. It's like anything else.
It's just an hour. It's just an hour. I mean, really, it goes by really quickly. You don't get to do everything you want to do in the hour, really.
Yeah. So what I would like for you, and we're debating this, is I would like for you to compete in a master's level powerlifting competition. And that's what I want for Rosie. I don't know if we'll do it, but that's what I want for Rosie.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. I because I personally think that it would be fun for you, because I know how much fun you have doing the deadlifts and the squats and things like that.
Yeah.
And I know like everything's not where we necessarily want it to
Right.
be. You know, I already know that we've got to get like the squat depth like in check and the bench a little bit up, you know, get you more comfortable with it. But I really think that would be so much fun for you and for your family.
I'll probably consider it. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes this next few months.
Yeah. So you might see Rosie at our USPA competition that's coming up in February. So
right here, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be here.
Right here.
Yeah, with the USPA.
I know,
so
right?
that's coming up. Bobby Morgan, shout out to Bobby Morgan. We will be hosting something, hopefully, fingers crossed, in February, and hopefully you'll get to see Rosie when you go there. Maybe you can get autographs if you're watching this from Rosie.
Oh,
if you're a fan of Rosie, we'll get
sure.
t-shirts.
I'll have a line behind me.
Yeah, that's coming up. All right, so Rosie, we're getting close to the end of the podcast. I just want to ask you a few quick questions. So here's my first question. Let me think. All right, so I already know the answer to this question, but tea or coffee?
Coffee. You know that. Yeah.
All right, yeah, I knew. All right,
Yeah.
but how do you have your coffee?
Strong with a little cream. A little cream or a little pet milk.
Okay, you put any sugar?
No.
No
sugar.
Yeah, okay. All right.
It's good stuff.
Do you have a certain kind of coffee you like to drink?
Right now I have of course, Colombian, 100% Colombian.
What brand?
I bought one off Amazon called El Rojo last week. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Cool.
So that's I changed it up and tried different ones.
Me too.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. So we got that. Sumo or conventional?
Sumo.
Sumo deadlift.
For sure.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Where's your favorite place to have a cheat meal? No, what's your favorite thing to have for a cheat meal?
I do like some pizza.
Okay. All right. Do you
Pizza's good.
make it, or do you like to go somewhere?
No, I usually go somewhere.
Okay. Where do you like to go?
I do like Ray's Pizza on Fredericksburg Road, which is very good.
Okay.
Thin crust, perfect bread, and of course Pizza Hut's always good too. So
it's kind of, is it like a New York style?
it's New York
pizza?
style. Yeah, it's so good. The bread is phenomenal.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's another one? Oh, where is your... Oh, well, you kind of just answered it. That's your favorite place. What about a healthy meal? What's your favorite healthy meal?
Well, super salad is good. We don't eat out a lot. My husband is a very good cook.
No, what do you like to cook at home that's healthy?
Well, it's not really necessarily healthy, but my favorite meal that he cooks it's not too bad. It's chili rellenos with a big salad on the side.
That's not too
it's
bad,
the
no.
best. That's one of my favorite meals. Or shrimp and salad, stuff like that.
Yeah,
shrimp.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
yeah. I like to.
I eat salad every day, so I eat a lot of salad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's my next question here? Any books that you like to read?
I'm not a book reader, dude.
Not a book reader. What about listener?
Mag-
Do you listen to books?
I don't.
Okay. I listen to books.
That's my sister.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's the brain.
Yeah, I got you.
Got you, Lord.
Yeah, that's my sister too. Yeah.
She's the brain. She's the nerd. She's the one that went to college and did all that nerdy shit. I partied.
My sister did both. She was probably the smarter. We're just smart in different ways, I think.
Yeah.
That's the situation there. Yeah. That's for a different time. All right. Favorite TV shows right now? Right now, favorite TV shows.
Homeland on Showtime.
Okay. What's that about?
Spies and what's going on in the world with Russia and so forth.
Yeah.
It's really a good show.
Cool.
Yeah.
What else?
Of course, Walking Dead's good.
Yeah.
I just finished The Americans on FX.
Yeah, I heard
it's
that's
also
good.
about spies, but from the 70s and then the Russian Cold War. Very good. It's just ended the season.
Is that based on anything? Is that based on a reality?
I'm not sure.
Because go ahead.
I'm not sure. I don't know. It's a great show about the Cold War with Russia. It's very good, and it makes you wonder whether that actually really happened. I'm assuming it did. All the spies were in America, living as Americans. It's a good show.
Happen.
Yeah,
they had actually just like a few years ago still found some spies.
it's crazy.
That is nuts.
It's a great show.
Yeah. Cool. I'll have to check it out. Yeah. Let's see. What else? Is there anything you want to say to our viewers at home before I let you go?
Well, I mean, if you're thinking about doing any kind of fitness goals, find a spot that makes you comfortable and get there and start. Yeah. Start. Make that effort to go, and then make the effort to go the next day, and then the next week, and then the next month, and then life will get better.
Yeah, just start off little by little.
Yeah.
I think like people tend to want to put too much on their plate, and
you don't have to overdo it either. Start a little bit at a time. If you can't afford to go to a gym, get out there and start walking. That's free.
There's lots of free stuff online.
Yeah, for sure.
We offer free stuff. So if you hop on our Instagram, our Facebook, our YouTube channel, every week we put out 2 free workouts. You can use those.
For sure.
Rosie, thank you so much for being on the podcast today. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're quite welcome, sir.
All right. So until next time, peace.